Um, a vlog box office really quick. Which I'll get to more movie reviews, but I just want to say quickly on for this weekend. Um, that a film I was looking forward to for this year came out, and which I talked about before, Goosebumps. Like I said, did a series of a couple of reviews of the episodes of the '90s TV show before the film came out. You can check those out. Goosebumps came out this weekend, along with other releases. Steven Spielberg's Bridge of Spies with Tom Hanks, and Guillermo del Toro's horror film Crimson Peak with Tom Hiddleston, and this other film called Woodlawn as well. But Goosebumps triumphed over the weekend at number one. Not as big. It didn't have things though, but it didn't have a big opening like I expected it though. But it opened up number one with 23 million, um, which is a decent opening, you know, and which I expected a little bit more. I would expected like a 40-some million opening, you know, but with 23 million, I think it's decent enough though. But and on a budget of 58 million, I think it would domestically. I think it will make it'll make up its budget domestically. Um, but what mattered to me was that it made number one over the weekend. You know, as long as it made number one over the weekend, I'm satisfied. all the Especially all the nostalgia of all, you know, these classic children's book series has now made into a movie, and especially from what I heard, the nostalgia. Even my brother says from the nostalgia as well, you know, and it made number one over the weekend and triumphed over these other wide releases, and The Martian, which was number one for 2 weeks and dropped down to number two with 21 million. But Goosebumps was number one with 23 million, which it's a pretty, I would say, a modest opening for it, you know, and I think as long as for me, as long as it made number one over the weekend, I'm satisfied with it, because I wanted to hopefully to make was looking forward to seeing this film open up number one this weekend, and like I said before, I expected I 23 opening is modest enough for the film to be number one, but I expected but it was a little bit below from my expectation. I expected like a 40-some million, if not 45, in between there. But which other one other predictions was like a 30-some or even like a 15 to 20 opening. But 23 million, I would say, is modest enough. So. And Bridge of Spies debuted at number 3 with 15 million. Then Crimson Peak at number 4 with 12 million. I'd say that's probably going to be another. Well, let's see how long it comes out, because 15 million for Bridge of Spies on a budget of 40 million, and Crimson Peak on a budget of 55 million, opening with 12 million. I would say more of the. Well, I think that Bridge of Spies is going to gain a bit more because of the hype, because of with Tom Hanks once again working with Steven Spielberg. But Crimson Peak, even though Crimson Peak gets a pretty good positives, you know, even a higher rating on IMDb, I think its numbers are gonna drop on the second weekend, and I don't think it's not gonna do that well, even for a budget of 55 million. And speaking of um, not making much money, Pan, which I viewed like last weekend, how it was a huge mega flop, you know, and it dropped a little bit harshly on the second weekend. Right now, made on domestically, it's 20-some million, and it's no matter how much it makes worldwide or domestically, it's a huge box office flop. So yeah, Pan hit hard on the second weekend, so gotta cut it there. And then also that new film also came on the weekend with all the new releases. Woodlawn debuted at number 9 with 4 million. I've never, I didn't know about this film till follow all the releases of this weekend, but Goosebumps triumphed overall this weekend. As like I said, as a fan growing up with the books, reading, and the shows. Looking forward to seeing how this new film will go, and I'm satisfied as it made number 1, even though I didn't care how much it made over the weekend. But 23 million is modest enough, and as long as it made number 1 for the weekend, I'm satisfied. And hopefully they said that because they would do well, because they already said for have writing up for a sequel already, so I'm game for a sequel, you know, and because I'm a fan of the book series, you know, and so we'll just see what happens. And plus I thought it was like I said, how I could probably predict it would be like a 47 million opening. I even said I don't think with this opening I would say it's gonna be able hopefully make at least over 100 million, because I thought it would make maybe 2 million, 200 over 200 million I thought, but since looking at the opening, I think all I hope for was like a 100 some million for this film to make for me. So, but I'm gonna end here. The Goosebumps number 1, or as probably more accurate, you know, it scares up number 1 for the weekend. You know, it scared off The Martian for number 1. So I probably would put, well, probably would be if in the title. So anyway, that's what I say for this doing a quick box office vlog. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned on more movie reviews later.